I'm here at Ellis Lake in the town of Yellow Springs, Ohio. It's a little to the south of Dayton, Ohio. Very small town. Ellis Park has this little lake. And I'm here at 8 in the morning. The eclipse won't be for another several hours. So I might drive somewhere else for a time because there is no one here. I didn't really know what to expect. But brought my lunch. The eclipse should start a little after 1. Reach totality around a little after 3. And then should all be over by about 4. So I don't expect traffic to be a problem because people will probably start trickling out as as the moon uncovers the sun. And it's generally just a very quiet area. So yeah, should be fun. The weather is looking good so far. They're still saying there's some danger of cloud cover, especially high thin clouds. And if there's high thin clouds, that's okay too. We'll still be able to see the sun. But yeah, looking good. Much of the path of the eclipse across the United States does have problems with clouds. Even in Texas, there's some risk. But Ohio's looking pretty decent right now. It's not unusual. This is April. And, typical April weather across the country is a little unsettled. California, of course, is all sunny today. But we only get 40% eclipse coverage in California. So anyway, I'll check in again as the moon starts covering the sun, assuming we're not covered in clouds. Okay, it's 9 minutes before total. It's definitely darker than it should be. And it's a lot cooler than it was. It's really easy to notice the contrails in the air now. A lot of people here. That's what I'm seeing right now. So, getting there. It's 15:04. It'll be total at 15:10. So, waiting to see if I can catch the diamond ring effect. I don't know if that's difficult or not. Got a variable ND filter. It's been a couple of weeks since the April 2024 total solar eclipse, and I'm just about done editing the video, and I thought I'd give some final thoughts about the experience. This was a far more emotional experience for me than I ever would have expected. I was going to give running commentary on my action camera as it was all happening, and I just found myself completely unable to speak at all. And when I did speak, my voice was shaking, and so I just gave up. I wasn't going to be able to say anything that made any sense. The other odd thing that happened was that as the moon finally covered the disk of the sun completely, I distinctly recall a sort of crackling sound that I didn't know where it was coming from. And I was figuring I had hallucinated that for some reason. And looking back at the video of that moment, there's no crackling sound at all, or the sound of clapping or anything like that. So it's sort of a weird hallucination. But what I'd like to most emphasize is if you get a chance, any chance at all, to see a total solar eclipse, just go see that eclipse. 99% coverage isn't enough. When I went to see the annular eclipse in 2012, which was not about 3 hours from where I lived, so I went to an area that was within the path where you can see the entire ring of the sun around the moon. Completely different experience. It was an amazing experience, but nothing at all like this total solar eclipse. And I'm glad I was able to see this at least once in my life. This is the first time I've ever seen one. I did have one chance to go in 2017, I think, and for some reason that I don't remember, things just didn't work out. But again, if you get a chance to see one, go and see one. If you get a chance to see more, go and see more. I don't know how far out of my way I'll go. There will be other total solar eclipses in the coming years in different countries. I think the next one might be in Iceland, which, is a possibility. So we'll have to see on that. But it is an experience you won't forget. And it has to be full coverage, or else you won't even necessarily realize what's going on. Because the sun is just so bright that even a tiny sliver of it peeking out from behind the moon is enough to light up the entire area. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope some of you watching this got a chance to see it yourself.